was accurate.
I was getting there too.
And then I've been typing mine, and so I updated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I cleared everything out, put it on YouTube this morning.
Character sheets
because
are more
our
fun
last
when they're
episode
very,
was about to
very,
expire
very beat up,
already.
in my opinion.
Oh man, I forgot to do this.
Yeah, this
if you
was
clear out your
printed on
archive,
card
we'll
stuff.
That's like
right?
some solid
So
paper.
there were
Look
6
at
apps
you.
sitting there forever.
Right.
Were those grandfathered? We'll say
I
the
think
ones
so.
for
I think they updated their.
You had to
their
replace
limits.
because you had to make a billion
It looks like it's
cards.
2 weeks
All
and
the
60
fucking
days
spell cards,
for
all the numbers move
affiliates
around.
now.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, my one sheet from October is holding up fairly well
You can make like a
for
long ass highlight.
being almost a year old at this
Very
point.
well.
I don't remember what any.
I forgot highlights last longer.
Get around that.
Remember
Yeah.
what it is.
Like any of the things.
Wait, Drew, we're good.
Cool. All right, everybody but Josh and Andy, get the fuck out of here.
Oh god.
Everybody.
All right, let me rephrase. If you fell into a pit, you could stay. If you didn't.
Can I hurl
Check.
myself into the pit now?
No.
Taking my Reese's Pieces.
Mondo sees his friend fall down the hole.
Goes in case that. Charlie, if you could close the door.
I didn't think you'd actually do it.
So you guys are both dead. Roll 6 straight down.
I
Yeah,
touched
I
the
brought
role
extra
play
character
portion.
sheets. All right, so we're gonna try and keep this moving quick.
Okay.
Cool.
Like tops 10 minutes per thing, but I don't
Sure.
think it'll be
Yeah.
that much. So,
I'll get in frame then. Fuck it.
if you recall, which you don't,
Like we've been talking about anything else for the past week.
yeah. So you plunged your sword into the back of this enormous shambling mound, kind of drove it backwards into a pit while an unconscious, like most of his hair missing minotaur was curled up in at the bottom of it, or actually in the fist, I think, because he hit you. But anywho,
Oh, I picture
Yes.
myself getting sucked into the foot.
that's fine too.
So
Whichever. So let's bring
So the order of operations is you falling backwards, then the shambling mound, and
Right.
then Atta.
as I remember it,
Mm-hmm.
it's still my turn. 'Cause it was on my turn. I pulled. I hadn't moved yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
You gonna bail?
I would. I would like
Yoshi that shit.
to use my movement to try and sort of clamber up this thing as we're falling to Atta.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to make a check for that, or?
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Oh,
If you're able to clamber up as it's falling.
that's a 13.
13. That's not terrible. It is tough going considering he is toppling backwards and you're trying to climb a wall in free fall. But what's your end goal?
My end goal is I have a healing potion that I would like to use my action surge to spend my action giving to Atta.
Okay.
Just gets fucked me in the mouth.
How big is a shambling mound?
Well,
Okay.
the wall of flames is 20 feet high. It can reach over without difficulty, so I assume like 30.
About. So you are still currently falling down. There's not a whole lot that can
Right,
stop
yes.
that. And as you topple backwards into the pit, the shambling mound starts to unravel completely.
Oh,
Because it
Oh
died.
shit.
hooray. Well,
Well,
Which makes it a little more difficult to climb as it's kind of just like flopping
we're
about.
swimming
But
through it.
you are able to at least push your way towards Atta as you fall. But, and if you recall, the pit beneath you is complete blackness.
right, yes.
And as you're falling, you expect to be completely encased in darkness, but you find the darkness only lasts for about a second. The air rushing past you is definitely tinged with magic, even though you don't understand anything about it.
Uh-oh.
But it does cause the hairs on your arms to stand on end.
What little hair I've left.
And it seems like your senses are running wild as you fall. First your vision goes dark, and then it comes back. And then once the light returns, you are greeted with momentary silence before your hearing returns, and then you can hear the roaring of the waterfall hitting the rocks below. So, as you're still doing that, and still in midair, I would like you to make let's say a dexterity check to try and shove a potion into an unconscious minotaur's mouth while you're falling.
I sleep with my mouth open if it helps.
I am going to use my last point of inspiration to reroll that 6.
Okay.
So I doubt a 10 was going to do it. But a 20 might.
A 20 might.
Is that natty?
No, it's
Okay.
a 20 total.
Total. So as you're falling you're falling and you're kind of like turning as you're doing so, you're able to shove the potion in his face. And as he's falling, gravity's doing the job for you of making it go down his mouth. So what?
He gets 2d4 plus 2, so that's 6 hit points.
Now, how do I calculate that, given that it was negative 15?
You just start
You
from
just
0.
start from
Okay.
0. So
Yeah.
you're at 6.
You're at 6. You are conscious, and your first waking thought is, "Oh balls!" So you're currently falling, but you are still very encased in vines as you're falling.
And am I kind of above the mass of what's left of the shambling mound at
And
this
it's like
point?
you, massive shambling mound, and then a dwarf that's like
Okay.
clawed over it, like
Okay.
with a healing potion in your mouth.
Oh,
So,
the hell happened?
can I borrow? You don't really have time to do that, but can I borrow 2d6s, please?
2d6s, please. Here's
For
one,
falling
here's 2.
damage. So you have 6 health.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Can I use my body to brace him for the impact?
Yes, you can, and it's also braced with the shambling mound.
Right.
So you are going to take 10 points of falling damage,
Oh, okay.
and since it's halved, you take 5. So you're still.
Yes, Minotaur!
So you both fall.
Now can I
and,
ask for the... Oh, I guess we haven't hit yet. Have we hit? We did.
You have hit now.
Okay.
Are we in the water now?
You're in the water, but it looked a lot deeper than it actually was.
Okay.
And as you splash down, there's only barely a little film of water above your face.
Okay. And I'm still pretty entangled. I take it. Am I
You're
at risk?
still-
Am I at risk of drowning?
No, you're kind of like bobbing at the moment,
Okay.
but just with a lot of pain all over your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to drag you to the shore.
I can make it, right?
You're still
I mean,
kind
you're
of
still
entangled.
kind of, but he can drag you.
Yep.
The water's only
You got me
about
by the
shin
point.
deep, or
Okay.
I guess for you about knee deep. But there is a kind of a sandy outcropping right before what looks like an entrance, like a cavernous archway leading further in. And from what you can see right now, the water you fell into is pleasantly warm, albeit very shallow. And as you look up, you expect to see complete blackness, but you see the sun shining through in a lovely day. You see your friends kind of like open-mouthed, just like, oh God, as they see you falling, but considering the look of horror on their face, that you don't think that they can see you. The roof of the cave is about 50 feet above you, and there is no clear path to climb back up as the walls kind of go like this. You could climb back up, but you think it'd be rough going considering the walls are very slick with moss and water. The amount of water coming in from the waterfall, you would think that this would be a lot deeper, but for some reason it seems to be pretty shallow. But at least in where you are, you haven't checked closer to the waterfall. And the waterfall is on the western side, and off to the east is that cavernous opening that leads kind of deeper in.
So, despite being an enormous amount of pain, I can't help but be curious about the fact that we couldn't see down into this pit, but we can see up out of it. And I remember before Shamby McShambleson rose out of the ground for no particular reason, I cast fairy fire down, and it blinked out
Swallowed
immediately.
up.
Correct.
But looking back up, given that vision goes through, I can't help but wonder if magic will go through it too.
I have an idea. Forgive me for using the Minotaur weapon we found to do this.
Oh, I think we earned it.
I
You should
tear
probably
a
use it.
scrap of paper out of the like notebook I bought.
Okay.
Write, come on in, the water's great. And then like a javelin, I throw it back up through the hole.
Roll strength.
Can I use athletics?
No.
That's a 17.
That's plenty. Oh yeah, that's fine. Javelins can.
You said the hole's 50 feet above us, right?
Yeah.
And there were how many of them?
How many of what?
There's 4 people outside right now?
Yeah.
Featherfall can choose up to 5 creatures in a range of 60 feet, so if they jump in, I can take care of them on the way down. Assuming that magic isn't knowable here.
How do you cast Featherfall?
I don't have to touch them.
Oh, it's just within sight. Okay.
Verbal, V and M, verbal and...
Somatic. So.
Sorry.
Or
What's V and M?
material.
Material.
Yeah.
Rather. Yeah,
It's
you're
probably a
So
feather and
these
you say the
vision-
word.
they're-
Yeah, you're
they're
fine to
inside,
do that.
okay.
Yeah.
You just do that if they jump in.
If they're jump, I'm ready in action. I guess.
So you launch the spear upwards
With the note affixed
with
to
a
it.
note affixed to
Are you
it.
aiming for Mondo's head, or
Just like up
No,
and
just
over.
like up and over so it would like land and you know.
you may want to put a
Okay.
second note on there that
So
says,
you
"Please
see-
bring me with you."
So you see the spear arc through the air, and you can like hear it kind of rip through the air. But then as soon as it gets to about that barrier up front, you just don't hear it anymore. It's just-
Cool.
And then you see it like stick into the land right behind them, narrowly missing.
I'm gonna go
And,
literally throw this knight at them in the hallway.
Yeah, and then bring them in here. And you guys can stay in here because I assume they will probably come in. Maybe.
It's a nice dexterity save there.
You can tell them to come in.
I just wanted to throw a note at them and see what happens. Come on, guys. It's a note.
Affixed to a spear. You should have stuck it on the pencil and thrown it at them.
Oh, I could have just been watching the screen.
Oh! Didn't think of that.
Yeah, this whole make people leave thing doesn't work when you're broadcasting everything that
Well,
happens
if
over
we
the
saw that
internet.
we had
Stop
a
eating as you're sitting.
washer, then I think we could have.
We were relating to one another outside.
Yeah.
It got real deep.
Yep.
I
I mean,
Do
Character?
you have napkins?
no.
Okay.
Did I grease it up?
I can drink.
I don't like that.
This looks saucy.
Throw that out there.
I swear I grabbed napkins, but I can't seem to find them. Or I can switch. I can switch.
You're like
positions,
a wood chipper. Like
So,
Just see what I'm not role
in
playing.
case anybody has forgotten what happened last time, you saw two of your friends on top of this horrible vine creature that awoke from its slumber and wanted nothing to do nothing but eat and destroy. Your minotaur friend was unconscious in its foot, being wrapped up by vines, and your dwarven friend was screaming like a lunatic with a sword in its back, and it pulled it into a darkened pit. And you watch them topple over the edge and just sink into complete darkness. And you wait kind of for an impact, but you don't hear anything. So what do you do in the meantime?
Has anything? I roll perception to see if like anything has noticeably changed in the area since the shambling mound fell into the pit.
You
Or
do.
whatever.
Yeah, roll perception for me.
I'm telling you what I'm rolling.
I roll a 20.
I mean, that's fine.
10. Did I trade that? I don't remember. 10.
Well, you do see that the kind of ring of trees that had kind of like raised their branches to block you from leaving seem to be back in the exact same position they were before.
Those bitches. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a way to. Wait, we dropped something light down,
And never
and it never
heard or saw anything.
So make a dexterity saving throw real quick. No worries. Just do it.
I don't know if that counts, man.
What was it?
It's a. What is my dexterity? Oh, it's 10
Okay.
plus 0.
So as you're peering down into this complete black pit, trying to think of what to do if your friends are still alive or if there's any way to get to them, you feel a rush of wind as the spear that you all found before whizzes past your face and lands squarely into the ground behind you. And it seems to have a note affixed to it.
Ooh. Oh.
And it says, come on in, the water's great.
What's the note I threw at you?
Do I recognize the handwriting? Have I ever seen?
No.
I was gonna
handwriting?
say.
Probably not.
Can you
Probably
write?
not.
Well,
Is it misspelled?
So she has this
No.
note
I
right
have the note. Well, I read the note
know
to everybody.
That's what I'm wondering.
Everybody
Yeah.
being Ori, Doratia,
What
Mondo,
languages can you write in?
possibly Zix,
Elven, Dwarvish, and Common, I think.
and
Yes.
and I say like, they must be alive. I'm not sure how they got this up here. Maybe Ulfric is that strong.
Maybe the hole's not that deep.
We didn't hear them.
Maybe the hole is a portal.
I feel like the hole's enchanted somehow.
Portal.
Maybe the hole is a portal.
What if?
Maybe.
Do you think it leads to like a different dimension?
I don't know.
Do one of you guys want to tie me off and...
What if I banished you to another? Well, no, it's.
That is not
Fuck
related.
your idea.
Because I'm thinking like
can
what?
just be quiet.
Well, if it's a portal, I have banish and I have blink. We could like get to the other side without falling in the hole, but then I realized it's random. I can't pick.
Yeah. Oh. So when you blink people, like you could send them to some kind of crazy hell dimension?
They come back.
So yes, but
But only for a second.
Unless
Oh,
unless I
God.
did it unless I did it to a creature from a different dimension, then they don't come back. Hence,
they're
hence banish.
gone.
Oh.
But don't they return to their original
Yeah.
plane of resistance?
I think the gnome is right. We should lower him into the hole.
All right. In that case, ropes. Who has them?
I'm pretty sure any
I do
Dungeoneer's
not.
pack has ropes.
I have an explorer's pack.
Oh, I have an explorer's pack.
I've got rope.
Are there ropes in it?
Okay.
Can you make
Mine has got
vines?
ropes. What? Are you capable of making like vines? Yeah, I could. Well, no, actually. I mean, entangle
Nope.
seems like it would hurt.
It
A rope will do.
A rope.
So
You guys have rope.
that's bad, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd rather.
Let's
Who's
tie
might-
you
I
up.
Who's
might
going
die
down
already.
And who's?
Is this what it's always like for you?
What do you mean?
Just
Holding
Waiting
on
things
to
to
knowledge.
happen.
Do you need a lantern?
I thought we tried to shine light in there somehow.
Well, we did, but you should get the light at least like near you.
If it's enchanted, I don't think that'll matter. Plus, I have dark vision.
Oh yeah, right.
And there's something else. Hold on. It's like Devil's Sight or something like that.
Can we?
I've got like two ways of seeing.
I'd like to roll for Arcana on this hole.
Okay.
Oh, but I am
Yeah.
proficient in it, so I get plus 3, 18.
There is wizardry afoot.
Good.
It's a hole, not a foot drill.
But you can't determine exactly what's going on. It seems to be quite complicated, more so than like a simple illusion.
Well, you're a sorcerer.
That might, yeah.
Do we
You
start
don't-
Not
lowering
a
him into
very
the hole?
like worldly
I'm
sorceress.
gonna turn into a raven and dive into the hole.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you assume your bird-like form, and you dive into
Assume?
the hole. And as you do, first your vision kind of goes completely black as you're going through, but then it comes back and you just see an open cavern with your two friends kind of staring up at you, both very much alive, kind of with like an impatient look upon their faces.
Like this one? Oh,
Yeah.
he's gone now.
But as you go down, you notice that like first your vision goes and then comes back, and then your hearing goes and then that comes back, and then it is suddenly extremely loud down there with the falling waterfall and the water kind of crashing and reverberating throughout the entire cave.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume I saw you turn into the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see clearly
Yeah.
from the bottom.
I'm going to wave.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, hey guys. Oh, are you? You're alive.
Of course.
Good job. Should you want to get out of here? Do you want to stay here?
Nah, tell them to come down. Bring the
Calm
spear.
down. Can I do a perception check?
On what?
I just want to see like if this seems like if they feel like there's something afoot.
Like if they're who you think they are?
Yeah.
Roll insight.
Insight is with wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
11.
I mean, they seem like the same folks. You have no real reason to suspect otherwise. Or there's no deception that is,
They're not deceiving me,
as far as you can tell, yeah.
as far as I can, with my 11. Okay.
I think you should still lower me down here. I don't know. All our friends could be dead.
Let's start lowering him down.
Yes.
Okay. So you
I'm
tie off
hoping.
a rope. Who's Or is you both of you just...
I guess
We'll both help.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Okay.
I'll be
Dorothy
up
has most of the
front.
muscle, but I'm like...
Yeah, Cully's behind me.
So as you two are lowering him down, and you're just kind of like jerking
Oh,
slowly
can I
down.
hold on to the thing?
One thing.
Be the spear.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like super affixed into the ground, but you can hold on to it. And as you do so, you are all chatting, and then you see a tiny little gnome kind of dangle lower and lower. And you too notice the blackness and then the sound. But when you get a little below, and you can tell that these are like different levels of enchantment that somebody has put here, and for them to last permanently and through inspection, you know that it's some powerful stuff. So as you lower down, you get past the sound barrier, and you can hear the rushing of the waves again. And then you also feel kind of a heat behind you, and as you look up at your rope, it seems to be burning away. If you'd like to make a dexterity saving throw to try and grab onto the other bit, or just fall,
This is gonna keep burning, right?
probably, yeah.
How?
It's
Looking
about
down.
30 feet from
Okay.
where you are to the ground.
30-foot drop.
There is some water, but you're not sure how deep it is.
Is he like an ant?
No.
Like if you drop an ant, it doesn't
No.
get hurt at all.
He's not that. He's
Okay.
He's more like a dense baby.
There's our stream tunnel.
It's more like a dense baby. All right. Physics question.
Mhm.
Could I cast Eldritch Blast under me to soften the blow, like on my way down?
I mean, you could try.
Should I just do
And
it?
What happened to the swamp monster? The swamp thing?
Oh, you
I'm-
see
I'm-
a collection of vines kind of like slowly flowing out
From the water?
I'm
From the
still
water.
wearing half of him.
Well, yeah, you're still like sloughing off bits
So-
of him,
Okay,
but
that might like help us fall a little bit, but
I just
you don't really
cast-
have a chance to aim. But you are falling, and if you'd like to do anything before that,
Right. I'm gonna yell, "Someone catch me!"
Got
But I
it.
also have
I
some.
got it.
I got it.
We gotta call it, or else all there is gonna. Yeah,
I called
he's
it.
gonna
I said
later.
I got it.
all right, go and try and catch him. Roll
Turn
athletics
into a
to
bear and
trudge
catch
through
him with
the
your
water.
mouth.
And as you're running through the water in tree form,
Are you
it's
still-
about
oh,
up to
he's a
like
tree.
shin
Be like, are you
height.
still a bird?
So roll athletics to see if you're able to power through and get to him.
Athletics is 12.
Okay, so you are able to get under him, and now roll dexterity to see if you catch him or you get a
Gosh,
face.
tree
full.
hands.
Do I get to work with this
15.
at all? Never mind.
No, but you don't have to because you land gently in the twiggy arms of your
The
tree.
boughs of safety.
Yes, the boughs, and she gently rocks you to sleep.
Like the
little
dense
And then
baby
you
you
two
are.
there, you feel the weight suddenly get a whole lot lighter,
All right, well, we bring up the rope.
and you see it's frayed and charred at the end.
This
So-
doesn't make any sense.
So I've been able to watch all this happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna write another note, attach it to an arrow, saying, "Guys, really, it's okay. Just jump.
Also, bring the
Ulfric,
spear.
Also bring the spear."
Are you firing it at or like arcing it?
Up and over.
Okay. You
I
don't
was
need
gonna
to
say,
roll for
Cully has
Okay.
some pretty good dexterity.
So
so
as
we can-
you're kind
She's
of,
the one that catches projectiles.
you know,
Yeah,
as,
she is.
as you're thinking that you
She-
just sent your friend to his fiery doom, and God knows what happened to him, you see an arrow.
Wait, did she pull the rope back up like, oh god?
You see,
That's all
you see an
burnt
arrow
on the
come
end.
out of the darkness and then land next to the spear, also with the note.
It'd be interesting to see if they
that
warn you.
says, "Dude, it's fine. Just kidding."
Okay, I go up to the
Also,
hole.
grab the spear.
I go up to the
I got
hole
the
and I
score.
just shout down into it, "Hello!"
You guys hear nothing.
Yeah.
You just see Dorothea going.
I point the spear experimentally at the Then I think better of it because I'm Tor. See, I don't. The thing is, if they are down there, how are we gonna get
I'm
down
quite a
there?
lot of pain.
Like,
Could you
I-
switch
Probably
healing?
jump.
don't die.
I mean, is there anyone on this island we could ask?
How's it work?
I don't
The only things you found on this island have wanted to murder you.
Yeah.
The red baboon.
And
Red
run
pepper.
for president.
Yeah.
What if?
I'm impressed that you're awake.
Hmm,
How-
I have a question about Blaine.
What die are these? Yeah, what about it?
So, if I jump and then blink, will I reappear at the bottom?
How far is the blink?
10 feet.
It says 10 feet, but I thought that meant like lateral, like.
Well, I mean, even
Side.
if it's
So you would
radius.
jump, and then you would disappear, and then reappear 10 feet down, and then fall the rest of the way.
Hey. I think I know what I want to do.
Okay.
Wait, this is
Really?
verbal and
Wow, thank you.
S is the one where it's like.
Somatic.
With your hands, somatic, yeah.
All right, well, I take my spell supplies out of my pocket, and I've got the spear strapped to me.
Superhero landing.
Are you
Oh, she's gonna do it.
Are you ready to jump?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Monk's up there.
I was born ready.
Alright,
So you both jump.
we jump.
Same deal. Darkness.
Tell me what I
light.
get.
So
10
we
feet
can see this. We
Or
can
over
see this
20 feet
happening,
above.
right?
Yeah, you can see.
So can I just
nervously-
ready
Yeah.
Can I
my
like
feather fall?
throw
If you
Mondo to the side and like?
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
She's got it.
Just as you felt safe in her arms,
I would
she
like
tossed
She
to.
tossed you into the water.
you into the water, and then you start running towards. Who are you running towards?
Collie, I think you because you're just gonna land. You're like a cat, right?
I can reduce any falling damage by 5 times my level.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna like,
Jesus.
What are you
So 40?
Then you jump in head first.
Yeah, I was gonna come out and try and
Slime
like. I'm still gonna come out to try and catch you, but instead of catching you, I'm gonna like set you up to do a cool handspring.
So you're just diving without a care in the world.
Yep.
So you have gotten
I'm trying
20
to cast
feet.
a spell.
All right. Yes. What's the spell you're casting?
I guess I'll roll.
Are you screaming this whole time, by the way? Is that
Well, I'm
correct?
doing the
Is there
verbal
a verbal
spell. I'm
component to
probably
the
Just
spell?
screaming.
Screaming the spell.
All right, it was plus charisma modifier, right? So 18.
What?
Well, pay.
Huh?
She said her thing 18. I just want the dry erase marker. The
Oh.
white erase marker.
Okay. 18.
I
All
cast
right.
18. I ideally want
I
to go
cast
off
18.
between like as close to 10 feet as possible.
Okay.
So I'll blink out of existence and then appear right on the floor.
Okay. So as you're falling, you just go out of existence, and then you
like
appear.
right when I'm right on your
Yeah,
tail.
you're like, I got it.
Dang it!
And then you appear right above the floor, and then with all of your momentum, still crash into the ground, and you'll still take a little bit of fall damage because we're thinking with portals.
What happened? What happened?
You're just like, I did it.
This is the
It's
funniest
only 10
fucking
feet,
thing
though.
Ulfric's
No,
ever
it should be
seen.
less. Well,
It's
I wanna
gonna be. It's
dispute
gonna
it,
be
but
less. It's
Okay.
less than it would have been. But
not
you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as well.
stupid.
So
And
wait,
it's
is
a
this her
very
falling through
big
her
splash.
limbs or
No,
just?
it's-
No, it's like
completely
she was
messed
like
up.
5 feet above us, and then as you turn around, you see her blink into existence next to you, and then crumple onto the ground.
Because
At a very
physics.
fast speed,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Dumb.
Is this you burbling in the water? Stupid physics.
Wow.
Can I roll
It was a good idea.
acrobatics
It was a
Yes.
good idea.
to try
Roll
to,
acrobatics to try and.
do a flip.
I did.
Are you doing anything cool?
I wish we had an
Belly
animator.
Or are you
Yeah, I
just-
want to kind of do like a
Cannonball.
cool thing and then land.
Okay.
Superhero landing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
I don't know if you guys have seen that anime clip where that guy's like doing a swim race, but then you just see him like flailing in the water. That's probably what I'm doing right now. If I fell in the water.
Yeah, it's water everywhere.
It's 9. Solid 9.
Okay. I mean, that's enough to do what you need to do. So how do you land?
I just acted it out.
You do it again. So you splash down into the water, taking no
Splash
damage
down.
in the process, because there's no way I could even hurt you.
You can try. I'll just.
So 5 times your level. So
Yeah.
I need to hit 40.
2d6.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Okay.
So you're entirely fine, but you splash down into the water, and now your hair's like kind of wet. But then you look up, it's like cool. I meant to do that face. Yeah.
Hi, friends.
Took you long enough.
Well, I was shouting at you and we
More-
didn't hear anything bad.
By the way, the water coming down from the waterfall is deafeningly loud as it's echoing.
So we're all screaming at each other.
Yes.
So, while this has been happening, do I have time to take a short rest and spend some hit dice?
Yes, and everyone can also
Hooray.
if they'd like to. And
be
since
nice.
it's been a while since I think you guys have done it, you can spend as many hit dice as you have, which, unless otherwise stated, is just your level. And then you roll those hit dice to regain hit points.
Okay.
been a while.
One of my abilities is Song of Rest. I can add 1d6 HP recovered when any creature heals during short rest.
There you
Dope.
go.
I didn't take any damage. Did I?
I don't think so. You dodged it.
do you,
Wait.
I just negated the
I
damages.
roll.
you roll the d6, then we
and-
add it, and we don't add 1d6
Exactly.
to our hit dice rolls.
We are.
Okay.
What level are we? 8.
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be 1d8 next level. So that's it.
One.
Fuck.
3. So 1.
Congrats, everybody. You get one extra.
One extra hit point. And you said it's 3d6?
As many hit dice as you want to spend.
What is standard?
You have up to your level to spend for a day, so however many of 8 you would like to spend at a time.
So I can recover up to 8 hit points, is that what you're saying? Or
No, you
if
could
I
roll 8d6
Okay.
and
Yeah.
recover that many hit points
per day?
per day,
When was the last time we did this? A couple months ago?
probably.
Probably.
So I should roll 8. Okay.
For
You-
reference,
but if you spend all 8 on another short rest, you can't
yeah, you
regain
can't.
anything.
You don't get them back until we long rest.
Yeah, so just keep that.
For reference,
We are at the
Atta
beginning of
survived
a
the
new
fall
dungeon.
with a hearty 1 hit point.
Because
He got healed
He
midair.
cuddled me. Yeah, he shoved the potion in my mouth, which is very weird to wake up to, but I was into it. And then cuddled me on the way down.
And you survived with 1 hit
And
point.
he was being cuddled by the corpse of the shambling man.
Oh, so the shambling thing is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you see
Crawling-
bits of it
I'm
like
crawling out of the
floating
water like, we made it.
Yeah, you see like
so
bits of vine
scared.
kind of floating past you.
Was it dead before I threw it down the hole?
It was
Did the
dead
magic
as it was
burn?
falling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if the whatever the thing is up there didn't somehow suck some life out of it or magic out of it, since it seemed to be magically
I mean,
animated.
you were out, so you have no idea.
Well, now that we're here, but yeah.
Unfortunately, Ulfric is the only witness to that, and that is not the kind of thing he thinks about.
Yeah. So the last thing I saw was 2 giant leafy fists crushing into my skull, and then I woke up falling
Being
completely inside
bottle
of me
fed,
Yes.
basically.
with the
How
bottle
did
being
you
shoved
wake
in my
up?
mouth by a dwarf. He woke me up with the
Again,
Aww.
I poured a healing potion down his throat, tried to not get him killed.
gravity was working in his favor. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Thoughtful.
Yeah.
All right. So, since you guys missed it the first time, the cavern you're in is about 50 feet deep from surface. There's no obvious clear way back up as the walls kind of curve upward. It is possible to climb it, but it would be difficult because the waters are slick with, or the walls rather are slick with water and moss. To the east, you can see what looks like a small rocky archway that leads further into the cave. And then on the west side is the waterfall that's coming down. And all of the, it's about, for most of you, about ankle deep water. For you, about knee deep. For you, it's about chest high. Which seems pretty shallow, considering there's a waterfall coming down. But at least from where you can see, that's about the level of the water.
Does it
and
appear to
then
be
might-
running off anywhere, or is it just like a stable kind of pond?
I mean, you can see the vines kind of like moving with some kind of current, but it doesn't seem to be one direction. It's kind of floating all over the place. But there is a small sandy embankment that most of you, or at least Ulfric is standing on. And then there are still some like dry patches towards the rocky archway that leads further in. So what would you guys like to do?
Can I inspect the archway?
Sure.
Wait, so, do you have any plan for, why'd you tell us all to come down here?
There's an archway.
Plus, we were we were lonely. I was in a lot of pain.
So,
What if
we
we
don't know if we will ever get out of here?
We'll figure it out, don't worry.
Yeah,
we
we're
could all
both.
starve down here?
We're
We can
both.
blast our way
Hey,
out.
hey, it's okay. I've got rations. Lots
Yeah,
and
he's
lots
made
of
of
So
rations.
That's fair. He
Now
does
that
look like
you've
the most
eaten
edible
once-
one
Not
of
sure
us.
what you mean by that.
And now that you
You
guys
just
have
look
eaten
the most
snack
edible.
size.
in your entire
but-
lives, now you're used to it.
It's sailor meat. Do you know what hardtack is? I'm basically made of that.
Gross.
Yeah, that's.
Anyway.
So
I'm not
anyway,
okay with that.
I'm inspecting the arch.
I think he's just trying to turn us away.
14 plus perception.
Ms. Darrow,
Well,
can I take a
there's
look
no-
at that spear
there's
you brought
nowhere
there?
else for. You want to see the spear?
Yeah. You know,
Get us
the
out of
one
here.
that got us all killed? Sort of.
15,
Luckily,
Drew.
it doesn't go off when you're in the water.
That's
It is a.
like Pokemon.
So the archway appears to be natural in formation, and it leads to what looks like a dark, kind of cramped pathway. But it does look like you would all be able to fit in there without much trouble. You can't see really that far on because the passage turns, but it seems structurally sound. And as for the spear, it appears to have lost its luster a little bit. You don't know much about magic weapons, but you do know that there is at least like a process to them where you have to kind of be in sync with them. And since you weren't, it's kind of it doesn't have as many like jolts of energy dancing across it. It only has like little spark.
Well,
Maybe I could charge
But
it
if
up.
anybody would like to
Yeah.
attune to it to learn more about it, they are more than welcome to do so. It takes about 5 minutes.
I'm happy enough.
You
with
could
my
try
habit.
wrapping it in vines.
Does anybody want a magic spear?
Yes. It is.
Over-
It
I
is
veto.
a sacred relic of my people, and it would be
Ooh,
nice to
that's-
return
Yes.
It
for
is a Minotaur spear.
It is
It's
Minotaur
a Minotaur
spear.
Captain spear.
Where
And-
would you
and
return
for the
it?
record-
And he did almost just die.
There's well,
Oh, the sympathy vote? That's
nah,
his
yeah, yeah. Know your audience.
Admittedly, him
Where would
almost
you-
dying is more my fault.
I don't wish to keep it. I would just like to return it.
To who?
Well, that's a longer story that I'm not sure we have time for today. But know that it belongs with my people. I would see it back with them.
Well, maybe until it does, it is.
Yeah, I mean, we should use it in the meantime.
Yeah,
At least
maybe
until
the
we get out of
lightning
here.
bringer should use the lightning spear.
I don't.
Just saying.
I don't really do spears.
Well, why I thought you
Or
wanted
lightning
to.
Do
spears.
a spear.
Yeah, no, I don't intend to yield it to wield it.
Staff. I mean, I could attune to it so we can learn more about it.
That sounds
If you
fun.
do attune to it and somebody else wants to actually use it, you have to unattune to it, and then
I'm
they have
I'm
to
fine
attune
with
to it.
this.
Just throw it
Let's
out
just
there.
not like
No one
discard
wants
it.
this,
No.
lightning spear.
I
I will take the lightning.
Well, it was buried ass deep in a shambling mound. Who knows where's
Yeah,
where's
I'm-
been.
Wow, thanks,
You know.
guys. Introduce me.
I know 1 degree of separation.
Anyway, for tuning, do I have to roll anything?
No, you just have to spend some time studying it.
Cuddle with it over a long rest.
So while you're doing that, so you spend about 5 minutes as everybody else is kind of getting healed up and whatnot, and you determine the following things: that the spear itself is not in its fully charged state. It will still function and do some of the things that it is meant to do, but not nearly as well as it should. And as you're kind of studying it and you can kind of feel the energy coursing through it, you get a vision of yourself standing at the bow of a ship holding the spear aloft during a lightning storm, and the storm strikes it, and then your vision kind of goes white and you're back in the cave. So what it actually does,
Shit. Well.
so you can use a bonus action to speak the command word, which I will select you. And doing so will cause the lightning to return to the spear. The lightning sheds dim light for 10 feet around the wielder. And while the lightning is dancing, the blade deals an extra 1d6 lightning damage on a hit. And it will persist until you speak the command word again, or you sheath it, or otherwise.
So the lightning
rip away.
effect is like a passive thing on the weapon as you're like fighting with it. It's not like phew, like a wand.
Right.
Okay.
It's like a
Still.
switch. You turn it off and on.
Yeah, it's a good bonus for your legend.
Man,
Man, I could,
if
how,
only
how
Torgak
long
could
is
see
it?
this.
How long is it?
Well, he does live not too far away from here.
Torgak would love that.
Yeah.
Is this
Do you
like
miss
We
Torgak?
think we're gonna have to
We
pay
should
him a
return
visit.
it to Torgak.
It's
not your
been
people.
like 2 days since we've seen Torgak.
So yeah, you
He's
miss.
basically my brother from another heifer. All right.
Is Torgak in this hole? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I
Well-
agree that we should move on. There's obviously no way up through the hole from which we came.
Let's go these arches.
Yeah,
the
real quick
archway.
before
Did you say
we.
it was big enough to walk through like single file, or could we go
Single
grouped
file.
up?
There's
Okay.
no
Real quick before we arch it
Some
up,
Indiana Jones.
you mentioned something about like
The penitent
seeing the
man
form
shows.
of a person inside the shambling mound when it was fighting us.
Oh no, that was just the picture that was.
Oh, that was just
shown.
the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't actually.
It's not like
I didn't know if there was like a body that had been
Are you
taken over by
sitting through
vines
the
that I like wanted to give a burial to or anything.
No, it was just a collection of vines.
I've been playing a lot of Witcher
Nothing
lately.
organic left after
Are
that.
there any like barrels or crates or anything kind of strewn about the sides of the cavern? Okay, all right.
I want to explore
Any
all of them.
bones or some florins lying about, perhaps?
I've been
Not
playing
that you see.
Bioshock lately. Are there any needles or
Little girls.
creepy little children?
So cavern.
Yes. What is your
That's
marching
right.
order?
I should probably be in front.
What's your HP?
77.
Yep.
That sounds
good.
great.
That sounds great.
I'll follow behind.
All right.
It's all
Who's
this.
gonna bring up the rear? Who else is healthy?
Not it.
I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah, but don't you have like 20 hit points? That's not a dig. I'm being serious.
Oh, I have 47.
Oh, okay, right on.
I forget how many I have.
I also have 40. Well, full. I have
Around
47.
there. All right.
Oh, I've
so
got the
as
50s.
you
Oh man.
go through
I've
the
got less than
cavern,
47 right now.
or go through the
I
passage,
erased too much.
the passage is cramped, dank, and winding. And after
Dank.
about
It's
5
about
minutes
to
of
be.
walking, going in and out of corners, you come across an opening. And as you round the corner, you spot a pair of 10-foot high ironwood doors set inside pristine white marble walls that go end to end of the cavern.
Ooh.
Definitely man-made and not from around here. You also notice two floating orbs of purple light on each side, one on each side of the doors, and then as you kind of get closer and out of the passage proper into this like more open area, the lights kind of like bob up and down as if they're reacting to you, and then disappear inside of the door.
Is
Almost
there
like
any writing on the
messengers.
door or anything?
Yeah, their designs are.
You have to get closer to inspect it.
We've broken down ironwood doors before.
I'd like to check for traps.
It might be
Go
unlocked
for it.
actually. Maybe we
Yeah.
should just try opening it.
I'm
Well,
checking
check
for
traps.
traps.
And probably enchantments
Also, you
too.
guys, I have a -1 to investigate. So
Oh,
I don't know that.
15.
You don't detect any traps.
I would like to inspect the stonework and just like see what kind of stonework it is.
Roll stonework.
It's like
It's an 8.
wow.
I mean,
Looks like stone.
yeah. As you're looking at it, you admire its craftsmanship, but you can't tell if this is done by dwarven hands or something else. But
Probably
It is-
dwarven. It was nicely made.
yeah,
Let's be real.
But it is very nice, and you do notice that it is unnaturally clean considering everything else kind of around you. Not that the cave is particularly filthy, but you don't see any like algae buildup or anything like that.
I will roll for Arcana.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna do cure wounds.
It'd be investigate if you're looking for like magical traps or anything.
Oh.
by the way.
Oh, well, I got 16 on Arcana.
What about investigate? Well, you can keep that roll.
Oh wait, Arcana doesn't detect like general magic aura or anything like that.
I mean that it exists, but like actually,
Specifically, what?
Oh.
it's
What
like
it is.
function.
Yeah. I mean, if it's powerful enough, you just kind of feel it.
Right.
But
Alright, it's 12.
okay.
You
Did
don't
she
detect
detect
any
any
magic
magic?
No. Aside from those two lights that were obviously magical in some way, there doesn't appear to be anything magical about the doors or the walls themselves.
So we didn't
Nothing
detect
inherent.
any traps, magical or otherwise.
Correct.
I opened the door.
It is unlocked, and the doors both swing open out into the cavern.
That's
And you see what looks like a darkened hallway kind of leading maybe 50 feet.
No sign of the purple.
How
lights, right?
dark?
No sign of the purple lights.
I'm gonna cast cure
it
wounds
starts-
real quick, just in
Well,
case.
you don't have
You
dark
don't?
vision.
Nope.
So those of you with dark vision can see about 20 feet in, and those of you who don't can't really see anything unless anybody has a light source.
I have a lantern.
Could I light a torch?
You
before
certainly can.
we do any of this. Which one of us had that? There was like a burning leaf or something that
I
didn't
do.
give off flame. Could I
Huh?
do-
Yeah.
I feel like it.
I've been trying to get a word in edgewise. I pop it out. You want to light up them? Yeah. I did cure wounds before I passed through the door too. I'm feeling a little
To
nervous.
yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And everyone make sure you're keeping track of your spell slots, by the way.
Yep.
I assume you are, but just to be
Yeah.
safe.
And short rests don't do anything to recover spell slots, right?
Correct. I
But-
think sorcerers can do something if they're like sorcery points.
Yeah.
but nothing for bards.
I get all my
Or
silly fighter shit back on a short rest, so I'm like ready to go.
Yeah, I look since I
Yeah.
looked that up, right?
Yeah, since Shelly looked that
Yeah,
up, I
martial
recharge.
classes get their shit
Yep.
back quicker.
I
because-
recharge all my maneuvers and my
Makes
action
sense.
surge.
Yeah.
Like
It's
your
great.
your natural stamina compared to like a magical stamina.
Yeah, also just
Compared
from
to your
like
mana.
a balance perspective, because if you go like,
mana.
a couple big fights in a row and you're a wizard throwing around meteors, and then
I don't think that makes-
like,
I just-
well, you're out of spell slots and I still have a hammer.
I did run out of sword slots.
Exactly. So your implements of light kind of shine about 30 feet in a circle around you as you walk through. And are all of you going in at the same time, or what's the deal?
Well, I opened it, so and I have a. Do you have a light sword? What's going on with the light sword?
He's got
You
the
have a
light.
torch. She
I
has
have a lantern.
I don't have.
You
And I
don't
can
know,
light
is it like 10
things if
feet
we don't have a
radius,
way
this
to
burning
light
leaf?
them.
It's
Yeah,
not like
it's
a
dim
burning.
light. It's not crazy, but like you'll be able to see around you.
I'm
Okay.
kind of freaked
Well, then I-
out by those purple lights. Just had like bad experiences with the color purple in my past. So can I like not to abuse my animal shifting, but can I like turn into a frog in somebody's pocket?
Go for it.
Sure.
Whose pocket?
Yeah, important question.
So I was actually gonna skulk by the door. I think, just inside.
His pocket.
Oh God.
But still inside, but like right by the door.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's a
Tommy's
bold
pocket.
choice.
Big
He's a
enough.
reckless man.
I'll start down the hallway.
Yeah.
She's
All
lucky I
right,
have
so you
clothes
start
on.
moving.
And it's
He's gonna
just
go right
a
in.
dark.
Not anymore.
hallway.
He's a naked frog.
Same
Wait, do you have
pristine
clothes
white
on?
marble
Yeah.
as
Are
you
you
saw
running-
before.
Never
Just dark.
Just dark. And as the group
Yes.
kind of makes their way.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna like say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Real quick, I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay.
That's a 5. The lights seem chill.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Should write that one down.
as far as lights
Like
go,
happy
they
lights.
seem pretty chill.
Little happy lights.
They don't seem like
lights
panicky
go.
lights. They seem like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
All right, so as you all make it about 10, 20 feet in, except for you who's standing right by the door, you can actually feel the door start to slam behind you.
Can I try and put something in between them?
Like the frog.
Like what?
What? I've got so much shit. Oh, I've got that. I've got Keegan's sword still. Can I like try and wedge that in, like, to stop one of
I
them?
forgot about that, yeah.
Is it up
What
the
now?
student?
It's like the antique. No, it's the old like death stink claw or whatever. God.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, this is from way back when.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to try and stick it between the door.
Or no, like jam it in the floor in front of one, like
Okay.
in the stone.
All right, roll strength for me. Are you gonna like hold on to it, or are you just like
For
stab
now.
it in there? And, all right.
If it'll hold, then I'd like to leave it. But no proficiencies.
Yep.
9.
All right. So you jam the sword into the floor, but the force of the enormous ironwood door is like pushing you back as you're trying to hold it back. So they do end up closing behind you. And as they do so, the sound echoes throughout.
Yeah, I
the
assume we hear that.
silent. Oh yeah, you guys hear that. And echoes throughout the silent chamber, encasing the room in almost total darkness, aside from like your little pods of light around you.
I
Uh-oh.
nudged Aratia and said, well, at least nobody's sneaking up behind us.
Very true.
And as soon as that little quip ends, you see rows of purple lit torches light up on the sides of the walls and go further and further down until they move upward to the opposite wall to what looks like a balcony. And you see those two floating purple lights there. And as they kind of dissipate, you can see...
Is that immune? This feels very Chrono Trigger. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Not quite. So you see what looks like kind of like a purple transparent humanoid figure. From where you guys are currently, he's about 30 feet away and about 20 feet up, so you can't really see distinct features, especially in the light. But you can definitely tell that he is transparent. You can see through him to the other side. And then he speaks. Welcome, ye mortals, to thy doom. Ye darest trespass in these hallowed halls. Nah, man, we're just fucking with you. My name's Victor. And then you see another humanoid kind of like apparate behind him. He's like, and I'm Kith.
Victor and
Welcome
Kith.
to shit. Hold on.
Welcome to shit.
Welcome, basically.
Hold
I
on.
like this is probably in character.
fucked
Shit,
up.
hold on, I forgot.
Yeah. Welcome to the most ultimate elimination contest. Working title. And then you hear like the sound of like a cheering crowd, but you don't see anybody.
Show me what you've got.
And then it sounds, the first one starts to speak again. He says, apologies for the theatrics, but you are all our first visitors in over 300 years. We were so fucking bored. That's right, Kith. If you are able to make it through the trials ahead, you will be rewarded with a one-way ticket to fame, fortune, and legend. And statistically, a significantly shorter lifespan. Absolutely, Kith. There are 5 trials in the rooms ahead. Complete them or die. We don't care which, just make it fun to watch. If you die here, your soul is trapped until the next brash and reckless complete the trial. Put me out of my misery! Indeed, Kith. Step through the door and make yourself famous. And then
Can
on
I ask
the...
a question?
No! And then the two of them kind of just dissipate, and then a door that you definitely did not see before, right beneath the balcony, opens, and you can see very well lit, still with the same kind of like pristine marble.
You ready to do this?
Oh, hell yeah. This seems like great fun.
I'm ready to charge right through the door. I'm pumped. That was an awesome intro.
I'm glad you liked it.
I'm just gonna, be prepared and have my hammer.
Oh, my horns always lead the way.
I'm gonna flip this over if you don't mind.
Making a little pet.
You can come back to it, don't worry.
Do you want Victor
Okay.
and Kiss figurines?
No, we don't need them for right now.
I have several purple robe figures.
So, is everyone just going through the door, or?
Well, we're running through the door.
Oh, at the very least, we are.
I don't want to get shut out of this one, so I'm also running.
Yeah, I'm following.
I'm athletic.
Are you talking to the apparitions or?
I can take on these trials.
Okay.
And I run through the door.
You still just
Mondo's,
frogging it?
yeah, if Mondo's running, I'm just a
Did you
frog.
say?
With it.
Just a
Yeah.
frog.
No, I'm going. I don't want to get
I
trapped.
sort of
in.
pictured you like
remember that
dangling your
Schoolhouse Rock
legs
song.
over there's the balcony, like good luck, fuckers. See you when you come back.
This seems like a one-way kind of
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah.
This might not be enough room, but
I'm gonna miss a lot of jokes.
Did you guys ever watch Most Extreme Elimination
Oh, hell
Challenge?
yes.
Okay, great.
It's been a while. I was just thinking.
Oh, Drew.
Are you not ready for what's about to happen?
Well, because I was watching it
No.
last night because I wanted to get like the banter.
Oh, I've got costumes. Oh, yes.
Well, like Kenny and Vic Romano.
Well, no. I mean, like for the contestants, so they sometimes show up in like sailor
Oh, yeah.
uniforms and.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I've got most types of theatrical costume.
Ata, I'm not wearing a costume.
Like, with you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's part of my theatrics kit, dude.
What
you got?
kind of costumes? I'm curious.
I'm looking for the actual.
Also, are they all from Minotaurs?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're a little bit bigger, but like I can take a hat and make it out of a make it a full.
Just tell me, show us
Wait,
what.
is
Show us
this
Make it a
what.
gnome
Is this about
tuxedo.
theater? Because if it's about theater, I'm in.
Yeah.
Defrogging.
Yeah.
Give me the costume.
Well, here.
What do you got?
You can be a standard bearer, and I draped 2 of the banners that I took off the battlefield.
For whom?
For whomever.
No.
You're the character.
Question.
I don't know
She
who these
doesn't,
standards
want to
are
be an extra.
It's like
She wants to be a star.
when you're an extra in the Tree High School Musical, do you get cast as like human number 1?
Yeah, human dipshit kind of walking through behind the scenes. That's
Ooh, a
amazing.
tree.
No,
So if
I was
everyone
human
can
number 2.
load up their characters over on this side.
I think you guys have all the characters.
Is this somebody?
Just fine.
That's
That's
me. Yes.
amazing.
And then
got a lot of good titles this time.
Am
So-
I there? Yeah, there's.
Yeah. So as you all pile into this room, you can see before you what looks like another stone wall, but it appears that there are 5, and that's what these little tick marks are 5 archways. They don't open into anything. It's just like an arc around what looks like a stone wall.
Oh, we charge. I've seen this one.
If anyone would like to roll perception, they are more than welcome to do so.
3. Nope, that's a 6. I forgot. I'm proficient.
20 something.
Can I ready an action instead?
I got 14.
Sure.
Okay.
What roll?
If you want to, perception.
If I want to.
I got 14.
Fantastic.
11.
All right. So you two notice that yes, these are stone walls in front of you, or a stone wall in front of you that goes floor to ceiling, with no obvious door out. And then if you look behind you to the wall back here, you can see that there are grooves in the floor. And upon closer inspection from you, you can see what look like holes in the wall. And if you like look inside one of them, you can see like a little glint of metal. So it looks like there might be spikes that come out.
Oh, you guys, spikes. There's spikes
So-
in the
Literally
holes.
every direction, floor, walls.
So, Victor kind of apparates through the wall in his like ghostly form, and you notice now that you're close, he doesn't appear to have. He's definitely humanoid in some description, but he doesn't have distinct features at all. He just kind of, almost as if he's fading a little bit. But he says, "Well, what you got to do here is run that way. How you do it, I don't really give a shit. But also, if you don't start soon, you'll probably die." And then you hear from somewhere in the
Got a bit of a
ether,
Rick thing
Kith
going
is
on
like, "This is the room I died in." So if everybody could roll perception, or initiative rather, we can get this shit started.
I got 5.
16.
Yeah, roll low. I got a 2.
Sorry about that.
Wait, do I have a bonus?
13.
11.
What'd you get?
16.
Okay, Doratia.
7.
How many feet are each square?
5.
Think.
Who's that?
My idiot brother.
Oh, hi, idiot brother. Bye, idiot brother.
Bye, Eddie. Bye, Eddie.
So, before you, each of these little ticks are a different door, and just for the sake of simplicity, we'll just go top to bottom, just 1 through 5.
Sure.
So whichever one you would like to go through, interact with in any way, you are more than welcome to do so.
I'm gonna fire off my ready to action before
Yeah.
combat
what is it?
starts.
Mhm.
Unseen servant. I was gonna have him charge the middle door and see what happens.
Okay. How does Unseen Servant work?
Spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until spell ends. Servant springs into existence and
No,
unoccupied.
Lucy, by the way, to your question.
Oh.
Sorry,
Has AC
What?
10,
Blink through it.
1 hit point,
No,
strength
I
of
asked
2.
questions about the spirit.
But it interacts with things.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's one idea.
Great. All right, so that's what you do. And as you set your Unseen Servant forward, you hear gears and mechanisms kind of churning behind you. And you can see spikes start to protrude from the wall a little bit. It's the
Boil,
closest
boil,
thing I
boil.
had to a wall. So this is the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it is already gone since it has started up. But your Unseen Servant appears to pass through. What's he like?
I mean, in my head, it's
Personality-wise.
Mr. Meeseeks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So he passes through, and he just seems to
My mental command was show me the way, Mr. Meeseeks, and reply here, can do!
can
do.
And he just kind of saunters up to the middle one, and it seems to just pass right through. But he does interact with physical objects, yeah?
He does, yeah.
Okay. So he seems to pass right through the first one, and then you hear from the other side, "Oh no! I'm trapped in a net! I can't get out! I'm so sorry!" But yeah,
You did your job!
You're up.
I'm going to go to door number 1. I'm just going to kick it right the fuck down.
All right.
So that was door
you-
number 3, right?
Yes,
Okay.
door number 3.
What are the doors?
Door number 3 is the middle one.
Yeah, top to
1,
bottom
2,
is
3,
1 through
4,
5.
Okay.
Do you have the pen? Do you want to mark number 3 as a... Mm-mm.
I don't have a pen.
You guys can certainly do that. So you go to drop kick door number 1 open, and your foot just flies right through.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep going.
All right, you continue forward,
Beautiful.
and nothing happens.
Cool.
Just seem to be an illusory wall, and then you see another identical set of walls. You can keep going if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going on door number 1.
All right. So you go up to door number 1.
You're not gonna throw?
You kick through again, and again, nothing barring your way. And then as you step through, roll a dexterity saving throw.
20.
That's a
All
pretty
right.
die.
So you kick your way through. You don't quite lose your balance as much because you were prepared for this possibility. And you step down, and as you kind of lean forward, you see a 10-foot deep pit with spikes at the bottom. But you're able to just like, oh shit, and then
Okay,
keep
then.
your balance right at the edge there. But it does take up that whole square, so you would have to jump over it. But it
Okay.
wouldn't take much.
Can I?
You can just hop
okay.
it.
Just hop it.
But there is a spike pit there if anyone wants
Yeah.
to demark these things. And then I think you are out of movement.
Yes. Yeah.
Draw a spike.
Alright.
I'm gonna yell back. Door number 1 in the second room has spikes. Don't go in that one.
All right, Ari, you're up.
Can we hear him? We can
All
hear
right.
him.
Well, there's
Yeah, you can
there's 6 of us and 5 doors,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 of the doors have already been
Well, it doesn't slam shut behind him, though.
passed. So I was just trying to
we don't-
understand the mechanics.
Well, I'm also wondering if, I wonder if a good door can be continuously gone through. If only one person can pass through.
I try to go. we're in
No.
initiative
Yeah.
order.
But I'm,
Door
you know
number
what?
one.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do door number 1.
All right, you pass
Thank
on
you for
through-
testing.
Which one are you?
I'm the tree.
The tree.
That is a tree. All right, so you can just get to here. If you would like to double move, you can, but you
I'm
can
a double
just-
move through door number 2 this time.
Door number 2.
I'm going through door number 2.
Oh, so you jumped
So
over
running
spikes. Okay.
straight through, and you
He did,
pass
yeah.
through.
Nice.
No problem.
And it was great.
All right, Mondo, you're up.
We're trying to give him a show, right?
You're gonna showboat
Do a
now.
little dance.
Can let's see. Who's left?
Zix.
The 4 of you.
You're
and
strong.
Zix.
Could you throw me through the first door?
Sure.
Careful, if you
Thanks.
push it too hard, you're gonna wind up in the spike pit.
So you'll
Could
wait
you throw me
until-
through 2 doors at an angle?
On an angle.
It's
I mean,
kind of a long
sure.
way to toss a 40-pound.
What if she ricochets him off the
I know. I wish it
wall?
were him.
Gonna
Maybe she
kettlebell
pumps you.
There you go.
That's
There you go.
Great
Wait, what are you
toss.
holding on to when you kettlebell him?
I've got clothes
His
on.
underoos.
Got his arm.
Like a massive wedgie as he falls ass over two pedals.
No underoos.
All right, so just gonna wait until her turn to throw you,
Yeah.
and then you throw him if
Sure.
you'd like to. All right, roll strength. Where are you gonna position yourself to toss him?
I don't know.
I mean, he's already behind me.
Yeah, I'm just.
Well, I just mean like here and then throw him through. Or,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll strength.
But I'd like to do it cool, run up to her and have her I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
17.
All right, you run up to her. She has her hands cupped and launches you through the already cleared
I'd
door.
like to try and do some flips and shit.
Roll acrobatics, my friend.
Flips and chits!
Well, acrobatics not so hot. 6.
Okay. Now roll a dexterity saving throw to prevent yourself from rolling into a pit of spikes.
That's a 5. That's less actually. That's a 3.
Can I try and save him?
You can roll a dexterity saving throw.
It's a 13.
Okay. You also, actually with a 3.
He's gonna have to hurt you. He doesn't want to.
We'll see.
Yeah. You tried. You were very close to grabbing him as he was rolling through, but you just the tumbling ended.
Just
right.
grabbed his clothes and he kept going.
You know what? Yeah. That's so much better. Like, you grabbed it, but the clothes are never meant for you. So you just tumble out, and then you can hear a ghostly voice be like, "Oh, that was unexpected. That's the first time I've ever seen someone get naked." Really? You fall.
I'm gonna sort of just disdainfully drop the clothes.
And you're lucky. You only take 4 points of damage, so that's not that bad.
Or a pit of
So I
spikes.
land on my feet
Yeah.
and a spike kind of got.
Yeah, just nicked you. You're like, "Oh, okay."
That's because you're so
It's
tiny.
wedged in
Save your
between
life.
them. And then
Maybe the
Durante,
weight
if you'd
thing,
like to
too.
move
Yeah.
more, you're welcome to do so. And then Cully, you're up next.
Has anyone gone through any other
Now
door
let's
other than
make a
1 and
check.
3?
I don't think so. Not in the first room.
Not in the first one, no.
Comes from
I go through door number 4. Can I knock on it first?
Yes.
We
you
know
knock
a
it,
safe
it appears
door.
to be wood. It's painted like stone.
This one.
Huh. Are the other doors wood?
The other ones appear to just be illusions that you pass through.
Oh.
But it seems to be like there's no like handle or anything. It's just a wooden wall.
So I knock.
Nothing
Can I
happens.
push it?
You push and it doesn't give. You'd have to break it down to get through.
There's no Kith and just thinking, come on in!
I try to break it down.
All right. Roll an attack roll, and just attack as you normally would.
That's a 10.
Your punch does not seem to impact the door at all.
Huh. Never seen that happen before.
This has a little more umph to it than you thought.
I usually can attack twice.
Well, you're welcome to try again.
You follow up with an arm strike.
I mean, I can do that. Imagine that
just doing,
one's
like-
a 19.
Yeah.
That is going to hit the door. You can feel the impact. So roll damage.
This is very weird. 7.
All right. You punch the door. It doesn't collapse, but you see it's starting to splinter and crack. So you think if you hit it probably 1 or 2 more times, then it'll be able to be bust through.
Even with like my shorts, is that challenging?
Yeah. It's still a wooden door that you're trying to destroy with a sword.
Okay.
Most doors just kind of crumble before Dorothea.
I know, this is great.
Yeah, she kicked in ironwood.
Yeah. Okay, so I will spend a key point and flurry of blows it.
Okay. If you want to. I'm not.
Your
Yeah,
befuddlement
whatever
is
you want.
fantastic. I've never seen this before.
Well, I just want to know what are in the other
It's
rooms.
an interesting enemy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Isn't it just one big room on the other
That's
side
an
with 5
11.
doors? Okay, cool.
That does hit the door, or you feel the impact, so you can roll damage
Oh,
now.
hold on. And then 21.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the door twice.
So 6 and 9.
In the most confused, slow-paced door beating you've ever delivered, you hit the door
Wait a
once
minute.
and you're shocked that it didn't shatter before your blows. And then you punch it one more time and it starts to bend forward, and then you punch it a third time, and then the wall kind of blasts outward, and then just this wood and debris kind of scattered in front of you. And now an open doorway.
Are you more angry or confused at this point?
And then I'm just like, and I walk in.
And then you hear a voice from like, "Hey man, traps are expensive. Okay, we don't need them for all of it. It'd be ridiculous. It'd be overkill. It's supposed to be fun. I mean, terrifying. Whatever. So this is you, and then here we are.
Great.
All right, and then Cully, and then
Door down.
Door number 3.
Just go through door number 4. Dorothea works so hard to open it.
No,
I'm like
you're a self-made woman,
holding
damn
my
it.
spear like this. I kind of hobble forward and just
Penguin
like,
style.
hello? In door 1 first.
Mhm.
I think I hobble a little bit this way.
I mean, can we just
Drop
like
his
see
door.
them
I'm just
through
like,
the fucking...
hey,
Just
you
take
can't
door
see
1.
them?
I mean, you could hear them back there.
Yeah, like giggling ferociously.
Yeah,
One
the
then
unseen
two
servant
is the way to
still stuck
go.
in the third one, being like, "Can someone? No, okay."
help.
Yeah, as you guys enter this thing, you can see a net kind of like on a bulb on the other side, and the unseen servant's like, "Excuse me, does anyone? No."
All right, well, I go through door 1.
Okay.
I'm kind of like, I get to the same door checking thing,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh. In the next door 1.
Yeah.
And I think, we haven't had anyone go through door 2 over here?
I went too.
Oh, you went
She
to.
did.
Two's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I see you, and I'm just like, is this the farthest we've gone?
Yeah.
To where you guys are, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stick with Ori.
So
I'm not rushing through doors and falling into pits.
these passages are these rooms are like 10 feet long?
About 15 feet chunks.
Okay, so I can move twice and then attack? Or I can move through 2 rooms using 30 feet of movement and then attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so door 1,
Okay.
and then door 2,
Okay.
and then charge door 3.
Well, yeah, you could door 3
Yep.
over here. All right. Charge through, you say? Head first, you say?
yes.
To shreds, you say.
Yes, goddammit. Yes.
So you charge through. Do you have a battle cry as you're doing it, just out of curiosity?
I do, but it's not in a language that anyone here is going to
It's
understand.
it's like a
Fair
move.
It's
So
like
as
an
you're
incarnation
charging,
between.
horns down, hoping to crash through ideally wood and not stone. You find that you crash through nothing. It's another illusory wall. But since you're charging, make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
And as your head kind of peeks through the...
I mean, that's a 2. Should I roll again?
If you get a 1, then yeah.
Nope.
Okay. But as you charge through, just like very confident, you're into a pit of acid. And you splash down.
Well, it's not for us. They're quippers.
Where is
No, it
this?
is not quippers.
Is there any hair
Where?
left?
3s.
The world's first bald minotaur. One hell of a C-tan, though.
You're going to take 12 points of acid damage.
Fair enough.
And
Now,
then
is
on
is my charge enough to take me to the far side of the acid pit, at least?
It's like a 5-foot acid pit, so
Okay.
it's not...
So, like, I'm like I crunch on the other side, but still taking a good
Yeah,
amount
you
of
still
acid
go
damage.
submerged first, face
Okay.
first, and then you bob up
Okay.
in extreme pain.
Okay.
And then you
Wanna eat me
hear-
now?
What is this, by the way?
Oh, that's 6.
Yeah, I have sorrow.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just be with you.
Yeah, you're gonna use him, right?
Because then you hear the gears and shifting stone behind you, and what sounds like kind of a slow grind as it just like moves stone against stone. You hear something click, and then you hear it rocket forth and
Nice.
blast through the first
I
wall.
love this game.
So it's up to like the tip of this, just so you know. Cool. All right, Ulfric, you're up. There's an explosion of stone behind you, and it's probably not great. Oh, actually, you can see. So you can see the spiked wall is coming at you very quickly.
Naked one, you good?
Can I get like helped out, or can I climb out?
You can climb out. You could help him out if you would like to as well.
I don't want to use your stuff if I can get out, but
If you got it, you got
I'm
it.
good. It's a flesh wound.
Drew, question: the door that I charged through and the bubbling acid pit directly behind it, is it safe to assume this is visible to the people behind me, or should I shout a warning?
It is not visible. All the other ones have not been. So
Okay.
far.
So-
they just saw you topple in and then heard a splash and.
So
They
I'm gonna just go, poke my head through, see the acid pit,
Yep.
jump over the acid pit.
Okay. Roll a athletics check just to make sure you don't flip his foot on the way over. Flip his
26.
head with your foot. Yeah, you're fine. You hop over.
That would have been exceedingly
problem.
cruel.
That's
Dump
a
me.
26. Can I hop over and like grab him out as I'm jumping?
I'm pretty
Roll
heavy.
strength. See if you can.
13.
Not enough to pull him out as you're doing it, but you gave him like, as he's coughing
Clambering,
up
yeah.
acid, you like pull his swarm. He's like, fucking wait.
Not exfoliated yet.
You got this, Minotaur. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go through
Alright.
door number 4 in this room.
Door number
This
4.
minute's
Rash and reckless.
All right.
motherfucker, Yes.
Are you just running through, or
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be particularly careful about it, but I'll like stick my head through and make sure I'm not diving into a pit of acid like
Does
some
he just
people.
clonk his head against the wall?
so? Are you doing it carefully? or are you-
I'll do it carefully, yeah.
Okay. So you kind of peek your head through number 4 and you see another pit of acid. You actually look left and right, and then the entire floor.
Amazing.
This entire area, as a matter of fact.
This
Where?
This whole thing
This
is one
whole
big old pit of acid.
3x3.
Mm-hmm.
Mamma mia!
Ooh, glad I
That's
didn't
only
charge
from
that
through
wall.
door 4.
No, this is the whole room.
Oh.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
As seen through door 4.
Oh, for some
As
reason
seen
I
through
thought
door
there
4.
were like 4 different, like all these different paths you could take that were
Oh no, it's
separate
all just
from
like
each
one
other.
separate.
No, yeah, it's just 5 doors.
That's my
There's
bad
so
if that
many
wasn't
doors.
clear.
No,
I
when,
was
That-
envisioning something
To
like yellow
confuse.
submarine. doors
perfectly
leading
fine
Yeah.
door.
That's
That
what he
was
was thinking. I'm
It
like,
was so
okay.
much fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing it because you particularly hated doors.
I did too.
That
I
holds
was
with
learning
my
things,
theory.
right?
Is there anything in this room that I could tie a rope to?
No.
Me. 2 horns right here.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw one end of the rope to Ata. I'm
Okay.
gonna take the other end. I'm gonna take a running leap through door number 4
Through door number 4.
and try and clear the acid pit.
So wait, are
Okay.
you pulling me out,
Go ahead
or
and-
am I pulling
You're
you
just
in?
you're just holding on.
Okay. Okay.
And it's you got plenty of.
Yeah, I got
length
plenty
the
of rope.
All
It's,
right.
it's so that like we can hold it taut. So
You
Roll
can jump.
an athletics check for me.
15 feet. That's a.
It's not gonna take much.
17.
That is plenty. So you, with a running leap, with the rope kind of slung over your shoulder, run and jump into door number 4. And as you make contact, it is not an illusion, it is not stone, it is not wood, it appears to be a rubbery substance, and you kind of sink in, and then it shoots you back into the pit of acid.
This pit of acid or that pit of acid?
This pit of acid, because you're jumping here. You
Oh,
know?
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just,
Okay,
and you take
make a dex save to grapple wedge.
no, because you're kind of like scrunched in because it's
Okay.
like a
That's fair.
some kind of bouncy substance that takes you back for 13 points of acid damage.
Can I reel
nothing.
him in?
I mean,
You
you
wanna
don't
reel him in
you don't
through the
see
acid?
him. Yeah, you want to reel him through the acid.
He's closer to the other side.
But we'll get to you on
Okay.
your turn. In the meantime, Ori.
You poor thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna go through the only door that anyone's. Wait, which door? So
He went through door 4.
he went through door number 4.
And there's a little
I went through
puddle
door
of
number-
acid on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went through 3, right, Zero?
So
Yeah.
there's-
Yeah.
Oh, so you went through 4 and there's nothing.
No, I went through 3 and just jumped over.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
So we only know one
Nearly
door.
clipping my head,
All right, but I'm
but he missed because you're
I'm
graceful.
gonna do that. I'm gonna do
Go through 3 and jump over.
Yes.
All right, roll an athletics check.
Rolling athletics check.
Oh, where's the?
Also, where is
Where's the bravery?
he standing now?
Make your own
He's
way.
He's
in
in that
this
green
puddle.
bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why he's like that.
Yeah.
He just takes up a lot of room.
9.
Okay. As you jump over, your branchy foot kind of gets caught in the thrashing horns of your friend, and you will fall face down and join him in the pit of acid.
Bad choice.
And
Yes.
You will take 7 points of acid damage in the meantime. Mondo, you
Right.
were in a spike pit.
Yeah, you said I could pull myself out.
Yeah.
What movement cost is that? if any?
You have to roll an athletics check
To get out.
It doesn't need to be too bad because you're not that far down.
Right. Fuck
Oh
me.
no!
It's a 6.
That is actually fine.
Oh my
You're able
God.
to like scramble your way up. You're gonna take like a little bit of spikeage as you get out.
In the
just for
buttage?
5 points of spike damage. But you are now on top. You use 10 feet of your movement.
All right. I still have 15. That gets me through the next door, right?
Yes.
If the rooms are 15 feet, sure. I'm gonna go through door number 1.
What's behind door number 1?
Door number.
I
I
need
feel
to
like
know.
we're let's
All right.
make a deal.
So you walk through door number 1. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
I mean, door number 1's got a boat. Door number 2 could be anything.
All night, man.
It could be a boat.
Here.
More boats.
5.
All right, so you walk through, and as soon as you walk through, you look to your right, and you see your friends kind of tangled up in each other, flashing about in a pit of acid. And you
Flashing?
find
Ooh.
thrashing. That's the word I'm looking for. Thrashing around in a pit of acid,
Splashing.
and it is the
Ringing.
funniest fucking thing you have ever seen in your entire life. You double overlapping, holding your sides. It's hard to breathe, and you just collapse onto the floor,
Yeah.
weeping in hilarity. At
6 took at this.
It's
yeah,
not.
he's
it-
laughing too. He's like, that's fucking hilarious.
He's
He
unaffected by the
flies over
spells.
you.
He's also laughing.
Just poking you in the head. Fantastic. Dorothea, what would you like to do?
Well, I want to. Did someone else go through a different door in there?
Well, we did this one.
Door
this
1
one.
is a spike pit. Door 2's fine. We haven't done
Yeah,
that.
door 2 is fine.
I go through door 2,
Okay.
and then I go through door 5 over here.
Door 5. How are you doing it? Are you just like running
Oh, what does
through
the door look like?
Same stone as everything else.
Can I knock on the door?
Sure.
I knock.
It sounds and feels like stone, like hard, actual stone.
So, can I go through it?
You push your face against it and nothing happens. It's like, it just appears to be stone.
I go up to door number 4.
Okay. Do you knock also?
Does it look like a stone door?
They all look like stone doors.
I knock.
You go, your hand goes through. Seems to be an illusion of a stone door.
Okay. I say, hello. And then I
The
walk,
door does not reply.
and then I walk through slowly.
Okay. So you creep in. You feel your foot kind of go, give away a little bit. So go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
She's a monk. She'll be fine.
13.
So you step through. You see another spiked pit, but this one's deeper than the first one. But you were able to, wobble your way back and not fall
Great.
through.
Can I jump across it?
Yeah. Roll athletics.
You're a monk,
Actually, you're a
right?
monk. You don't need to.
Good job.
You just
Yeah.
jump.
And I land where?
Just, well, it depends how far you want to go. Well, standing jump, so you could, furthest you could get is here if you wanted to. Okay. And then Cully Darrow.
So I've been making a few deductions. One, I saw the mechanisms for the wall.
Yeah.
I saw you physically destroy a door.
Yes.
Deduction, we can destroy the mechanisms and then the spikes will stop coming.
Huh.
And so, I cast Shatter
On the wall?
on I'm hoping to create enough rubble that it can't I either ruin the chain so it can't work, whatever's making it come forward doesn't work anymore, or there's just too many obstacles for it to move. It just gets jammed.
Okay. Cool.
I need to get some D8s, please. I need 3,
D8s.
There you go.
and then
Yeah.
yes, I did want another one because I'm
Throw
doing the
a D8
higher
at
spell
Lucy.
slot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and you take full damage because it's non-magical, non-sentient thing.
Okay.
You
Cool.
don't have to do hit dice or anything. And also going to use a sorcery point on empowered spell,
Mhm.
which will let me basically re-roll it all, or as up to all 4, if they didn't get high enough numbers.
Cool.
I'm gonna re-roll. Oh, good. Forgot. 10, 17, 22.
Okay. And this is just targeting the area around the wall or the wall itself, just to be clear.
Well, I want to get some of the ceiling, 'cause I'm hoping to mess with the thing
Okay.
dragging it forward,
So,
but not cause of cave-in.
Sure. So you focus your spell kind of on the intersection of
Oh,
the
I
top
could.
of it.
Well, careful spell only really works on people. But.
Yeah. So on the intersection of the top and the ceiling, and you're able to blast away a chunk of the spikes on the kind of roof area, and then part of the ceiling comes collapsing down in heaps of rubble in front of it, and it appears that it will ideally stop it, or at least slow it down.
And from down the hall, you hear Ulfric say, "I don't feel like that's really in the spirit of the."
They didn't let us ask questions. They just said do whatever. I think it is in the spirit.
Have you guys seen the episode
I think
of Star
someone
Trek?
is not very rash or reckless.
Well,
Harumph.
I'm gonna follow the door Dratya went in.
There are spikes here.
Oh, I don't do that.
Well, you didn't know that.
Well, not this one. Number 5. Wait, which one's just a stone door?
Number
It was-
5
it was
is
a
the
Five
door.
is a stone door. 4 is
4 is.
the spikes.
2 is the one that nobody's gone through yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Roll the dice. Or come through Mondo's door and have a good laugh at your buddies
I mean, if you
splashing
know
around
that
on a
they're
green
there-
acid.
Or do you not
Turn us
know
into
she can't
acid.
see through?
I mean, if nobody said anything,
It's like the
then
good kind
you
of
have no
acid,
idea.
right?
So
I
you
mean,
just-
we're screaming,
like-
so
yeah,
you should
you-
have a pretty good sense about door number 3. Door number 1, though, just sounds like fun.
Actually, I think I will go to door number 3 because yes, I hear the screaming,
Okay.
and I want to see how I can
Okay.
help. And also, I'm immune to acid damage. So.
So you see your two friends kind of flailing around in acid, and you're
We
like,
know who's
"That's
going
cute."
through door.
So you could just like kind of climb over them if you want to. You don't even have to bother jumping. You could like swim through
Oh.
them.
Maybe
I'll do
helps out.
that.
Maybe.
I was gonna help you out.
Yeah, we're
You
hanging
already
on for
used the
dear
spell.
life as
Yeah,
she goes
so
through.
I better.
And now it is your turn.
Yeah, so can I grab hold of little Miss Acid Slip here as she
Yeah.
crawls out?
To like help you crawl out. I mean, you could. You think you're capable of.
Am I pretty much okay? Yeah, if it's not a big deal, then I'll just crawl out.
Yeah. Oh, also, before I forget, you take 10 more points of acid damage.
Why 2 turns worth of acid damage?
You
Starting
started your
acid,
turn.
you're still in it.
2 turns worth though?
You
Yeah.
fell into it and then
You started your turn.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
I'm gonna yell back. Ata, if you like acid pools, have I got something to show you in here?
I'm so extremely excited to see what you're talking about. You alright there, buddy? I'm trying to help you to your
Can
feet
you
as
even-
you're like pissing yourself over how funny this was to you.
Yeah, I guess I'm still just laughing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I guess
Sorely
I'm just
tempted to
laughing
just
at
throw
you.
him through the door to number 5. But I'm not that vindictive.
Are you bald?
Yeah. No, I'm.
Oh, you're hilarious.
You should see. Nothing like a shorn minotaur scrotum. It's breathtaking, really. I'm going to.
I don't like that.
But you can't look away.
That's the image that makes me
Oh
uncomfortable.
no, Ulfric, are you gonna be shorn too?
Just the short.
I feel like
Acid?
Dwarven hair is made of cover stuff.
Acid?
You're currently almost drowning in acid, so.
I climbed out.
Well, okay. Well,
Yes,
what are doing-
you
what are
made it
doing
clear that
next?
as long as I stay there, I'm going to be pretty badly burned. I'm going to. That's not going to work. How do the walls look? Are they smooth on either side?
Yeah, they seem identical on both sides, just like kind of cobblestone, graystone walls.
Are there any metal trim? Is there any metal trim around the far wall? Or does it all look like illusory stone just like everything else has?
Around what, like the next set of
Yeah,
doors?
yeah.
It looks exactly the same as all the other ones have.
You went through door, what, 3, Andy?
I went through door 4
Or 4?
and jumped all the way across, and then door 4 on this side is made of rubber.
Oh, I'm still holding the rope. I
You
pulled
are
him
still
out.
holding the rope, yeah.
Oh, okay. Roll strength to do so, yeah.
Can I roll strength to like help?
Yeah, to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can assist.
That's a 15.
Also 15.
Okay, so you were able to pull him out, and you can see him also covered in acid, but he is now out of the pool.
Welcome to the Furless Club, my friend.
So, the wall.
But sorry, just wanted to acknowledge that you helped him out.
But left
You
her.
left me. In the
Weren't
acid
I
In
thought
the
she was
acid.
all entwined in me when I crawled out.
Well, yeah, you didn't like lift her
Like-
out with you.
I just assumed so
Suck her off.
is the
Disentwined
pool, is the
yourself.
pool much bigger than I thought? I thought it was like wide enough for this door. So if I fell through and then she fell on top of me and then I
I mean,
climbed
like
out.
you're both. It's like a 5-foot
Yeah.
kiddie pool. Like two people can fit in it.
Yeah.
But a little
2
deeper.
large creatures can fit in it?
You're not large. You're both medium creatures.
Are we? I thought we were bigger than that. Okay.
I mean, you're big for a medium.
All right, so I'll use my movement to pull him in, or her out,
Nope.
and then my action to pull him in.
Not how that works.
It's
You already
fine. I'll
pulled
be
him
fine.
out.
Leave me in the
You
acid.
already pulled
Okay.
him out.
Okay.
So he's out, and then your
Sorry.
tree friend like is just staring at you like, you motherfucker, you fruit, you fruity piece of shit. So this is going to move forward, what appears to be very quickly at first, and then start to like sputter. And it stops right at the barrier between these, like right after it knocks down the next wall. And then when the next wall is knocked down, it's not like exploding outwards. It seems kind of like to
Crumble
crumble.
a bit, yeah.
But as it stops, You can hear like hissing in the back as if gears have stopped moving or something is not quite working. And then you see the spikes start to retract a little bit. And then when they're about halfway through, you hear clicking in place. And we'll leave it at that. So Ulfric, what are you doing?
Well, so the last plan didn't work, but I'm gonna running leap through door number 3, at door number 3, but be ready to catch myself before attempting to go through the door on the other side.
Okay. Roll your athletics.
26.
All right. You brace yourself for what may happen, but you take another running start. Do you still have the rope with you, or are you?
Yeah, I still have the rope like slung over my shoulder. Well, if it survived the acid.
I'm assuming
It did. It's in worse shape for sure,
Okay.
but it's still there.
Am I holding it tense or am I letting slack?
Let's slack. I'm not holding it tense. I
Okay.
still have it like looped and just
Okay.
trailing.
So you run, jump through door number 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then you fly straight through, and then the other side, nothing left. You do see on the other side of this door, the only thing left is one singular door at the end of the hallway,
Oh,
which is about another
Cool.
15 feet away.
Oh, I thought you said when you jumped at like the whole wall
Yeah.
did this rubber thing.
Oh,
no, it was just
I
that
thought it
door.
was like the ultimate
Yeah.
extreme dick challenge. Like, haha, there's actually no exit.
That'd be hilarious.
You
Not
just
gonna
swing
lie,
it
I
down
thought
to
about
the
it, but I don't want to be a dick.
I
So,
found the door.
Ari-
Pull it tight, Atta.
So Ari,
So you tied it off?
you are going to take
Well, I don't have anything
11
tied off
points
to,
of
so I'm just
acid
gonna
damage.
brace
All right,
myself on the
I'm
other end.
super unconscious.
Huh?
Starts to
Yeah, I'm
sink
unconscious.
down beneath, and you are just losing your mind. What an idiot. So go ahead and roll a death saving throw real quick for me.
I know I did this last time. What is that?
Just
You
a
roll a
D20.
d20.
Just a D20.
Mondo wasn't laughing so hard.
No, he's laughing.
No,
hard.
it's harder.
Tears streaming down his face.
That's good.
11.
All right. Nothing gets worse aside from you sinking lower and lower into a pool of acid.
Okay, cool.
You're kind of doing like the Terminator thing where your hand is just going down, and you find this hysterical. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is this Tasha's hideous laugh?
13.
You, even though it's still kind of funny, you come to your senses and realize like,
It's like
oh shit, I should probably help her.
Yep.
And the laughter subsides, but your abs hurt. And you're pretty sure you peed yourself a little bit.
For sure.
But you're
not wearing
naked.
clothes.
Yes,
It's
that's
just-
a
yes,
pretty
a little-
sure.
little
puddle.
Everyone's pretty sure.
And you hear
saw me
a
while
voice
you're
from the
not.
ether be like, that guy pissed himself. What a dipshit. Alright, so what would you like to do?
Well, I still have. Well, I guess no. Did I use all my rope for the cave? I don't even know. I forget how much I had.
Well, they're currently using it, are they not?
No, I'm using his Ulfric's rope, and I had my own rope
Oh,
too.
then you have probably half left of your rope.
That's
So
enough.
25.
Like I can just like
feet,
throw. Yeah, just grab onto this with
She's
something.
unconscious.
Shit.
You could tie it to her if you
Lasso.
Oh, she's still
Yeah.
like. It's
Yeah, like
outside.
She's a
still-
tree. She's
Okay,
basically
all right,
lassoed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tie it off and
roll strength.
try and yank you up. Oh god.
Oh shit! That's the new die. There
Yeah.
you go.
You just like
Why don't you
That's
hang
what
wrap
he's
it
like,
around your forearm
I think you need it.
and then just heave the tree, still dripping with acid, out of the pool. And she looks like you can see like bits of bark kind of like fall off her, but
It's a bad trip.
she's you've had a rough couple days. But yeah, you can also move if you would like. You've spent 5 to stand up, but the rest is.
Well,
open.
I'm gonna spare the dying on her.
Okay, so you're now stable.
Yep. But still unconscious. Yeah.
Yes, still unconscious.
So her HP right now is 0?
0.
Okay.
And
But she's
or
not at risk of
negative
death.
whatever.
-1.
Negative 1.
Well, spare the dying brings them to 0,
Oh, okay, cool.
Then you're at 0.
but there's just no more death saving throws.
Yeah.
What? Oh, this is where I ran into confusion last time. So what? Healing at some point? Like what brings them back into consciousness?
Any kind of health restoration.
Okay.
Or
Being over 0 HP, I guess.
yeah, being over 0 HP.
Is
Bring it
is
back.
conscious. Okay.
unless there's some kind of magical something, but in this case there isn't.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you one of my healing pots. Then I've been holding on to 2 for fucking ages.
On you or her?
On me. Well, in my bag of holding, which is strapped to my naked body all the time.
I just assumed it was like, yeah, kind of dangling to your legs.
Yep.
Like tied to your thigh.
Yep.
Like my
Alright, so
apple
you can
from
forcibly feed her a healing potion, so roll 2d4.
Wait, is it for you or for me?
For you.
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought you said
That's what you were doing. Just like, oh, with your like foot on the log. Like, this is great.
Lori, go ahead and roll 2d4, and then is there any plus after that? I don't think so.
+2.
2d4 plus 2. And then Doratia, you're up.
Nice.
Holy shit.
So,
Fantastic.
Thank God.
can I look at all the doors?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just examine all of them.
Yeah, I just want to like.
I feel
Are there any
pretty
of
bad
the
for just
wooden
laughing.
ones?
You like
You left a
doors.
really long time.
you-
For a long time.
Poke through and use half your movement to do so. You poke through all the doors, and the ones in this particular wall are all illusory, but they all lead to that same 15-foot acid pit.
Dratcha, we do have a rope. Me and my man over here.
Yeah, you do see a rope
And
going through one
But
of the
he's on the
illusory
other
doors.
side, right?
Holding the rope and I'm on it
Correct.
too.
Yeah.
Can I just jump across to that other side?
What door are you going to go through?
The one that he went through.
The one you see a rope leading
Yeah.
through?
Yeah.
All right.
Door number 3.
You could also
Easily
tightrope
make
walk.
that.
Boing.
Boing. And then you see the same, what looks like clear room, and then one door leading presumably further into the thing.
Great.
You made it!
Can
Hooray.
you put
Cully.
Ulfric over there too, please, Dratcha?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Where am I? Oh, I'm right here.
We hanging.
Can you tightrope walk?
I don't need to. I'm just gonna swim.
Oh, right.
All right, yeah.
Is Ori
Just watch out for quippers. I made this mistake once as well.
quippers?
I can totally swim through this, and then I was a snack.
Acid quippers.
There might be. I spent a turn in there, so there's probably not.
These guys are psychotic, I'm just saying.
So Ori is awake again?
I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
You gonna throw her in?
Well, I was
Float
just
across?
making sure she didn't need any help.
thank you.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna go to where everybody else is. The rope clearly marks which door
Yep.
is the correct door.
There you go. All right. And Aten.
Shake off my
What'd you
acid. I'm like a dog.
Who's
Not like a
left?
dog, no. We're like, what control?
He's still here.
Prestidigitation.
Ah, true.
All right. Cure
Flavor
wounds
up the
for her with this one, level 3.
Okay.
I've got all those left.
Can I make it?
Can I
less
use my
acidic?
movement to throw him to the other side?
No.
Because that's
Too
an
late.
action.
It's too
Yeah,
late.
and if Cure Wounds is an
Yeah.
action, I think. Or is it a bonus action?
Oh, it's a spell, so it'd be an action. I was wondering, like, what I could do with my movement, like if throwing her.
You could jump yourself. Or
Okay. Yeah. Holy shit! 7. Oh, okay. 8, 8, 16 plus 19. You just got 19 hit points.
Be sure to mark that off.
That's my 3rd level slot. I got it. Because I cast as a higher one. And then, yeah.
Made it up
Run and
to
leap.
you for
Roll
abandoning
athletics.
you in the acid pit. Yeah. Don't think that's forgiveness though.
3, 15.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. That is enough with the running start to clear your way over.
It's
through
so
the
nice to have
illusory
this
door,
work out for once.
And you land it right where you need to.
And when you land, I said,
Nah.
wait, you were supposed to hold the rope so everyone else could.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh!
And you see like the other end of it like dipping into the acid, just kind of bubbling away. But as that's happening, you hear a
I just
loud
kind of
clicking
offered it.
sound coming from the wall, and then you hear like a.
I hit the
And-
deck. No fucking way. I'm not dumb.
And then you're over here now. So it's just Ari and Mondo, and that's it. Oh, that's unfortunate. So 3 large, about 5 foot long steel spikes are gonna come like crashing through, and let's see.
Watch me take more damage because I'm prone.
No,
It's possible.
it is actually. Are you still prone?
You're pretty. He said he just.
His
hit the
immediate
deck.
reaction was, I hit the deck.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. So it's gonna have disadvantage against you.
Mine doesn't move down. No offense.
Miss 2, and then one's gonna shoot at Ari. What's your AC?
15.
15.
All right. 2 of the steel bolts are going to sail over your head with no chance of hitting you and obliterate the wall in front of you.
Small.
And then the one like passes right by your face, and then stabs into the wall and kind of like crunches. Oh, actually, that's all illusory. What am I talking about? And then it will fly and hit door number 5. Does anything happen? It does, because it blows up because it was another wooden wall and just completely shatters. Now there's another open space on that
Another
side.
door obliterated.
Cool.
So, Ulfric.
Us
Okay,
versus
so I saw-
doors.
I'm gonna start counting the number of
So
doors.
so
to
this
destroy.
wall went down, and then this door. blew
Well, this
up,
whole
right?
wall is an illusion.
Okay,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just like
So
But,
this
like-
this wall.
But
was
we still
annihilated.
heard thump thump, and then a door exploded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you saw this one
Right.
blow up, and then a big steel spike kind of land across the room from you.
Right. So I'm gonna jump back across.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll that athletics.
Yep.
Yep. It's 20.
Yep. Of course it is. Yeah.
Gonna pick up my tiny friend,
Yep.
and I'm gonna throw him.
Okay. Roll strength.
And do like a catcher's mitt on the other side.
That's a 7.
I didn't know what was happening. He was fine.
Can I fight this somehow?
And he just.
No, a dwarf appears through this illusory wall, scoops you up in one beautiful fluid motion, and then turns a little too far, and then launches you, and you land square in the middle of this acid.
Sploosh.
I tried.
And you take 9 points of acid damage. And Ari.
All right. Whoever can get him out of the acid so he doesn't take more acid damage before that starts next
9.
turn.
And then Ari, you're up.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
squishy.
yeah. I'm gonna cast jump on myself
Okay.
And-
just jump.
and just jump
Okay.
into probably door number 5, which is the one that just.
Yeah, that's just an open.
Okay.
Alright, so you fly through there, no
Fly
problem.
through there, and then how to save our little friend? I guess.
Can you reach?
Can I reach?
I don't know, because you're a trio. I would
Yeah.
imagine you
Can you
having
swim in
these
acid?
She's
Groot.
not- she's
I
not
think of her
Groot.
as
Yeah.
Groot.
That's what I pictured.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
Yeah, she's like,
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Whoa!
I have.
Watch your language, young man.
I
have
am
a
Groot.
A javelin, a scimitar, a sickle, and a spear.
I don't want to grab
You
the end of
could
any
reach
of
him
those.
with a spear and then try and pull him in.
You're just gonna shoot
I'm
shit
gonna-
and kebab him?
Okay, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna hold the spear end,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to. No,
Okay.
this is just not gonna go well. but
I
we're gonna
was
try it.
thinking
You
of
roll
her as
dexterity
Groot
to grab
to
it
be-
and
Strength.
what, okay, 2 questions
Yeah,
first.
yeah, that.
What end are you pointing at him?
I'm holding
handle.
the
bladed
the
end.
speary
She's
end
holding them.
Okay.
of the spear.
So roll dexterity to grab it, and then you roll strength if he grabs on to pull it in.
It's 10. Or
That is enough to hold on to it, and then you roll strength.
to a 10.
Okay.
10's good.
Fuck! Is that a 1?
She dropped the spear!
You drop the spear.
Maybe worse.
You like pull, but you forgot that there's a blade right by your hand, and you're like, ah, fuck, and then it just drops in, and then the wooden part, you just feel it go in the acid. And then Mondo, guess what? It's your turn, and you're gonna take some acid damage. You're gonna take 6 more points of acid damage.
Fuck!
It burns!
I'm also
You know
naked.
what? They asked for a show, and I'll be damned if we didn't deliver.
Also, you have your bag of holding on you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You can still feel it there, but it's definitely not supposed to be taking this much punishment.
Okay.
Mending.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Wow.
that
We're,
work with-
we're a great audience.
Yes.
It's just fixing the cloth.
Pivots
Magic
another,
doesn't take
D20.
acid damage, presumably, right?
Yeah, like with a container maybe. We'll see.
Container, I don't know. But yes, what are you doing?
What if you pour all the acid into your cloth of holding or bag of holding?
Why would you
Drain
do
it.
that?
Yeah, but it would destroy everything. And that's a great idea.
Destroy
If you don't
everything.
yeah.
All my weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that. That's insane.
How much acid damage? Yeah, I take that. I take that.
I just scoop it all up.
However, on the other side, a bag of acid would be very extremely useful.
Unlimited bag of
Yeah.
acid, basically.
You just squirted it.
I mean, you're at the bottom of the tank. You might as well get something out of this. Just, I would love to see you describe the physics of him opening his bag and holding at the bottom of the acid pit. Is it just like a drain?
That's what I.
We'll find out if you do it.
I'm not doing
Otherwise-
that. Fuck that.
It's like, you know how all the other spells are named after like famous wizards? It's Mondo's acid bag.
Yeah.
Acid
Mondo's
bag.
acid maelstrom.
Could you just like tie it to a stick and then beat people with it and it's kind of like spurt out?
Mondo's Murder Hut, Mondo's Acid Pack. Like, you guys got a whole line of products
You
here.
do.
No, this is great. This is how you
You're
like
doing
get
my-
your name in a spell book.
That's right.
You're doing my marketing for me. It's
I
great.
love it.
So, acid maelstrom?
No, maybe one day. We've got a lot of shit in this bag.
No, you have a lot of weed in that bag. Let's not pretend that you care about anything
There's
else.
other stuff.
Name one other thing that's in there.
Well, Keegan's sword that I failed to stop.
Oh, I
the
thought
door
it was
with.
stuck in the door. Okay.
No, you brought it. So what you doing?
So I'm just gonna have to like stop being
Acid baby?
an acid baby and just try and swim out of this shit.
Yeah. Roll athletics and don't roll a 1. That's pretty much it.
There is a 1 on the die, but there's
17.
12 by 4.
Okay. Yeah, so with great pains all over your body, you're able to swim over to the side and pull yourself out of the acid pit. And the rest of you see, and you obviously go through one of the clear, I assume one of the clear.
Yeah,
Okay, just
yeah.
checking. But then you see there doesn't appear to be anything else in this room aside from the one door that leads further into the complex. And you hear some ghostly apparitions through the walls. You don't see Victor or Kith. They're like, "Wow, that was amazing! You almost died. Your friend like got almost drowned in acid, but then you pulled her out, and then you almost died." This
Your
shit is
other friend
great."
threw you in the acid pit very deliberately, from what we can tell.
Oh, it was great. And then you hear Kith in the background. It's like, "I died in an acid pit too. It sucked."
How many times does he?
So you died in this room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So what would you all like to do? Just go through the door. Or...
Forward!
I have to
ho!
jump back
Hang on. How
across.
fucked up are you? Do you use some sweet
Do
speed
that real
11?
quick.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Top 95.
Fuck you, Indy.
I got the 2 when it mattered.
I don't suppose
Yes.
we should
Are you
bandage
actually
and
jumping across?
Yeah, I have to jump. I'm still in
Who's
the.
wounded? Are
I'm
people
still in the
wounded?
room Mondo was
yeah.
in.
Yeah,
He's
you're-
fucked up.
I mean,
You see everyone covered in.
it burns a lot, but I can.
I have a healing
Actually,
kit.
before it gets back to your turn, the wall gets to shoot again.
Oh sure.
Oh no, Zix.
I know this game.
You're presumably still down, and then
Are you out of the acid
Oh,
pit?
he's
you're
out.
I was like, are you at the bottom of the acid pit? I was like,
yeah, he's out.
it's not beginning.
But all 3 are still gonna miss everybody and just fly overhead
Phew.
and impale themselves into the stone on the other side.
Are they like?
But yeah, you make it.
So
You're back.
I think we move on. I think we move on from here.
Onward and upward.
Or just forward? I just push the door open.
All right. push
Just
the door
angrily, like little patches of clothes left.
I know. I
No,
was
he's
thinking.
got nothing. The clothes are left behind.
The
in
bag of
spike pit.
holding is.
I think I have a
covering him.
pillowcase we can put you in if you want.
With you?
I've got some
Yes.
extra costumes.
I travel in style.
Here, this Minotaur hat already has holes in it for legs.
I'll wear those socks of yours.
No.
I know where you'd wear them too. Saucy bastard.
All
Throw
right,
back
so
in
you
the
go
acid
through
Elephant socks.
the stone door on the other side of the wall, and it opens up into another small, cramped hallway. that
Rolly
goes for
pins,
about
rolly pins, rolly pins.
10 feet. And then as you enter the second door and it opens up, you see before you a very interesting sight. Before the room itself was lit that you were just in.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I just
Okay.
want to start this off.
Yep.
So the room before you were lit, or you were in, didn't appear to have any torches or anything, but it seemed to have like some kind of light source. So this one here has a very clear light source. You see up above you, going across the entire length of the room, are chandeliers of varying shapes and sizes. You see to your left and to your right along the walls are several ropes that, if cut, you could ride it up to jump onto a chandelier. And the reason you would have to do this is because the floor is here, and then there is just a darkened pit similar to the one you saw before for about 60 feet, and then a door on the other side.
American gladiators.
No
Are we
way.
swinging or are we fighting on top of them?
There don't appear to be any monsters or
So
anything.
yeah,
so
are the
just
chandeliers just?
hanging?
They're just hanging. They're
So-
not.
When we ride the rope, are we landing on top of the chandeliers, or are we grabbing on it kind of
Yeah.
like?
Are we
they're-
like in the webbing of the chandelier?
So the ones that you can see, there appear to be like a row of them like right above the ground, where you would like cut the rope, it would fall, you would fly up, and then try and land on another chandelier. But you could land on top of them. You could like swing from the bottom if you wanted to, but you can also, you think you would be able to land on top of it and just
Amazing.
like jump from one to one.
And how wide
We
is the
should
room?
jump-
What across 60 feet?
60
You can
feet.
swing.
Do
Yeah,
the
you could
do the
swing.
ropes like they go up presumably, right?
Mhm.
Are they? Do they also go in? Like, can I grab one and like Matrix wall run and then jump?
I would love to see you try.
And we'll leave it at that. Well, one more thing before we go.
Uh-oh. Bolts shoot at you from behind.
No, that seems to be done. As a matter of fact, as you look behind you, it seems the door has disappeared.
Oh, I'm turning into a spike ball.
It
But
poofed.
before you can do anything, a third apparition appears. This one seems to be clear and very distinct, as opposed to Victor and Kith, who are kind of fading or not as lively at the very least. This one is crisp and clear. It is a man of ursine proportions, about 7 feet tall,
Ursa?
Bear.
broad shoulders,
Barrington?
with a grizzly
Ursa
beard,
Barrington?
and
Sir-
hair covering everything that
Urs-
isn't shrouded by a cloak.
Sir.
Sir Ursa Barrington?
And he greets you with a very gruff, growly voice. And we'll leave it there. Thank you. Let me borrow this.
Wait, so this is an apparition that is to say Ursa Barrington died?
Who's Ursa Barrington?
Previous
Sorry.
character.
Past campaign reference, maybe.
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 Definitely, maybe.
Definitely not a bear, maybe.
Definitely.
He's just a man of bear-like
not a bear.
He's definitely not
Maybe.
not a bear.
Can I roll perception and
See if he's there.
see if he's a bear?
I mean, it's a ridiculous thing to look for.
15.
You know, in all your times of seeing bears, which is not a lot.
A lot.
This guy resembles a bear, but you can't be sure.
No, I can't say for certain.
Oh, that's 18.
Well, yeah, Tyler.
When you like look at him in the corner of your eye, you swear it's just a bear with like a cloth draped over him. But then you look back with your full vision, it seems like a very tall, gruff man who speaks primarily in grunts.
He's not a bear.
I honestly don't know if the story I have in my head about the bear that made, the guy that had a bear that made all his stealth checks, except for one servant at one dinner party.
Yeah, that was a 4chan.
It's like a meme
Okay.
type thing.
I didn't know if that was from your campaign
No,
or from
no,
the
no,
internet.
no.
Yeah, I read that one too, and I was like, could it be?
Yeah.
No.
You spelled with
Um,
cookies on
Like a celebrity.
I like it.
Can't help it. I'm very tired
Me too.
today. I got 4
Yeah,
hours
we
of sleep last
we
night.
had
Not
a
good. Not
street
good.
Excellent.
Metro was
character
totally fucked.
Yeah, I was
NPC
gonna, I thought about that.
named Sir Barrington because my old
I'm
GM
watching.
could not resist throwing it
Nobody.
there, and you can see the shit-eating grin on his face as he was describing it.
Do we have a
It
name?